Rock Johnson.
Guys.
I'll let you start. Please.
No, please, start. What do you got? I don't like that question.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me start over. Did you ever think you'd be back in this position? In main eventing WrestleMania?
I did. I knew that eventually I wanted to come back. I was just waiting for the right opportunity to come back. And it was always a timing issue. I knew I wanted to come back, just didn't know when. How's that?
Fantastic.
WrestleMania, the biggest event of the year. Do you get any sleep the night before?
I slept great last night. I just don't get much sleep, period. But I slept great last night. The thing about this is, it's the biggest event of the year. Not only that, but it's the biggest WrestleMania of all time. The idea was to, about a year and a half ago, spoke with Vince about creating the biggest match of all time. He said, I have an opponent in mind. I said, who? He said, John Cena. There's no greater opponent than John. So I had the privilege of knowing a year out, well, when we announced the match, a year out that it was going to be the main event. So I had a year to prepare, a year to work. I had essentially a year-long training camp. I had rings. In every location that I shot my movies at, G.I. Joe, Journey to Mysterious Island, there was rings in Hawaii, North Carolina, New Orleans, New York. So I was just able to prepare for Survivor Series and certainly prepare for WrestleMania. So in that spirit, all the work is done. So I slept great last night. All the prep is done. Everything is in place. And now it's just time to perform.
Were you disappointed that John Cena didn't have the title? It's all against you?
No, not really. You know, we talked about that, about the possibility of would a WWE Championship be on the line, would it not? We just felt that this return, my return, and the way that we can hopefully strategically build this match, and frankly, we would need the title. And it's a great opportunity, I think, to bring John and I together, the unique dynamic that we have together. Have it not be for the WWE Championship, and at the same time, have a guy like CM Punk who's done such a tremendous job of being champion and continue to build him. He's got a big future in our business. So that was one of the great variables about the dynamics. We didn't need the championship. We could get by without it. Still create the biggest match of all time. And over here, you have a talent pool who are continue to be hungry and to get after it every single night and build a WWE champion in CM Punk, who again has done a great job.
Okay, you've been doing some great movies out there as well. You see anything after G.I. Joe?
Yes, on Tuesday, I started shooting a movie down here in Miami, which is nice. Myself, Michael Bay, Mark Wahlberg, called Pain and Gain. It's going to be nice to sleep in my own bed. Getting back to my man's question there, no sleep, no sleep. Just go right into the next project. And then after that, I'll be shooting Fast 6 in the UK. And after that, ideally, I'll be shooting Hercules with Brett and Peter.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's get a lady. Hi.
We just talked to John Cena, and he kind of was criticizing a little, said like you spend so much time like shooting movies and all that. Do you think that now when you take the title tonight, because you're gonna have the time to dedicate to doing all the movies and still, do the WWE?
Well, just to be clear, what was John saying? He was criticizing me.
Well, like you kind of have not been, able to do so much of the wrestling because you've been spending all the time shooting movies.
Oh, my other job. That's what he's talking about. I'm not quite too sure what the criticism is. And I didn't hear him say it, so I'm sure he did. Who knows? I've got a full plate, and you make room. This is what happens. I love this business. I grew up in professional wrestling. Many of you in this room know my background, my grandfather, my dad, my uncles and cousins. They're all professional wrestlers, proudly. So I have a love. that runs very deep for this business. But I also wanted to accomplish other things. And I wanted to do other things. When I got into acting about 12 years ago with The Mummy Returns, I knew then that I wanted to be a good actor. And I wanted to have a diverse career. And I knew that it was going to take time, at least a decade of work, and commit myself to acting. I was very, very lucky and fortunate here in the WWE. I had a hell of a run for 6 years or 7 years. And I accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish. I worked with amazing guys. I worked in front of amazing crowds, and I quietly walked away. So I make no apologies for that. Now I'm able to come back and create this match. And create these opportunities, by the way. This is a great opportunity for everybody who's on the card. For me personally, just being here down in Miami, I've lived down here in Miami since I was 18, played at the University of Miami, so what this does for the local businesses and local economies and the tail effect that it has is very special to me. So tell John Cena to stick his remote. So much pressure. Ooh. Yes, Jim.
Rock, are there thoughts of having future matches? I know this is a great one tonight. We'll get through this and everything will go great. Future matches such as like an Undertaker, and is your daughter here to see her dad wrestle? And his first time maybe that she'd be able to see you wrestle live.
This will be the first time, yeah. She's been able to see me wrestle. She's so excited. She's more excited to see the Divas. Don't blame her. Any potential other matches? Sure. You know, that's always open for debate. I never looked at WrestleMania as being my last match. We'll sit down, we'll think about it, and look at the options. There's incredible guys who I could come back and wrestle, whether it's The Undertaker, John Cena, Brock Lesnar. You know, there's great options.
Last question.
Second to last. Yes.
When you first came back last year,
I'm just going to say really quickly, this better be a good question, because your man right beside you was like, this better be good.
He's good.
He's good.
When you first came back, you made reference to the fact that John Cena was talking trash about you for quite a while. Was it any one comment that you made or any one thing he was referring to when you said that really got under your skin?
No, it's not necessarily that it got under my skin. It's just for me as a performer, I felt that I needed something that was real to sink my teeth into when I came back. When I came back in Anaheim, and I made that return right before last year's WrestleMania, I didn't want to come back with the energy of, John, you're great, especially if I knew that we were going to go somewhere down the line. I didn't want to come back with the energy of, you're great, you've done great, and I love your colors, and all your jean shorts, and all of everything that you stand for. I wanted something that was just more real, and again, that I could sink my teeth into. So it was a comment that you made 3-4 years ago, I think it was on a radio show, and it was something to the effect of, if you say you love the business, basically that's BS, don't F me or the fans around, come back, throw your little eyebrow up and then leave. It was flippant, and it was a flippant comment like that. I didn't know John then, but I know him now. And I know what he meant. His intentions were good. His intentions were basically, listen, I'm a fan, and I want you to come back. And he's been lobbying for a match for the past 8 years, by the way. He'll see my mom, and he'll lobby for a match. So I know what he meant. So it was, when I came back, I wanted to just take those words and just utilize them so it was real, and it felt, and it just gave me something, again, real that I could sink my teeth into. And it's, yeah, you said these words, you didn't think I would respond. Well, now I'm back, you're not going to learn. I opened it. Here I am. Pressure. Yes. You win.
When John was out here earlier, he had said that even after the match tonight, that afterwards he didn't think you guys could be friends. He said, we don't mesh together. Do you agree with that?
That we can't be friends?
Yes. He said, we don't mesh well together.
Yeah, I'm not quite too sure how well we mesh. It's very interesting because, I've gotten to know John over the past year, and especially over the past couple of months. I know he's a good guy, he's a genuine guy, and does a lot of great things. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. Sometimes you do well with people, and sometimes you don't. I'll do one more. Okay, yes, you look so excited. Yeah.
This is considered by many this year, especially in future social media event of the year. Last time you were around and prominent within WWE, Twitter, Facebook, none of that was around. How do you feel that has changed your career and the way you look at things now? When you're headed up to the ring, do you worry about what people are saying on Twitter, fans accessing you? How do you think Twitter's changed the WWE?
I think Twitter and social media has been an incredible platform for the WWE, who have great fans every single week on their live show who love to engage, and that can be pretty powerful. And I've been on the powerful side of that, where I've been able to engage fans and audiences every Monday night or at a pay-per-view, and whether it's Trend Things Worldwide, whatever it is, guys. Shit. Mr. Professional, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
But I think the platform has been great. It has tremendous value, and so for me, though, personally, we can utilize it at events like this, WrestleMania, on malls, but also, too, at the end of the day, I launched into social media about 1.5 years ago, and my goal then was just to engage fans on a greater level, on a more personal level. And I wanted to strip away the business of it all. A lot of times you get a lot of brilliant minds around you and what they want to do. They think about brand marketing and brand extension and how can we utilize social media as a platform, how can we monetize. Just strip away all that, and at the end of the day, I just wanted to connect with the fans on a better level. That's why me getting involved in social media, Twitter, Facebook, especially Twitter, was one of the best things that I could ever have done, because it just allows me to have my finger on the pulse of what fans like, what they don't like. By the way, whether it's in the WWE, whether it's in movies, allowing them great access that they wouldn't get anywhere else, on the set, behind the scenes, or I utilize it too for motivation and inspiring each other every day. So it's become a powerful tool, and again, it just allows me that instant connection.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
gentlemen.
you very much.
Wayne,
Thank you.
How are you? Good to see you.
She's here, Simone.
Yes, she is down here. Oh, she's so excited.
She said